Alrighty, today we're going to be making a shaft in SolidWorks, and this shaft is going to have no resemblance whatsoever to any sort of class or homework assignment, but it's just going to be something I'm coming up with off the top of my head. So, this shaft is going to have an indent in it that has space for a key to be inserted. So first things first, we have to actually create the cylinder. I'm going to start off by choosing this right plane, and I'm going to create a sketch on it. I will first start by making a cylinder for the main body of the shaft. Let's make it 40 millimeters in diameter, or in radius, my bad. Let's make a second radius, I'll say around 50 millimeters. These are all arbitrary numbers. So now that I have our two circles, I want to extrude just the center one out by, let's say, 50 millimeters. So I'm going to start off by selecting that area, go over to Features and Extruded Boss Base, and we're going to bring this out by 50 millimeters. Perhaps we'll go a bit further when we go for 75. And then I will go for this outside radius and bring that out by 50. So we have to go back to this face and we have to create a sketch again. Yep. Let's create a circle that is of radius 50 millimeters. And we will extrude this out by 50 millimeters. So extrude boss base, and we want to come the other way around, and we'll come out 50 millimeters. Alright, that looks good to me. So now we just have to replicate this on the other side. So we shall again create another sketch, and we'll make a circle that is 40 millimeters to start off, and extrude this out as per usual. How far did we go previously? It was like 75 millimeters. I think we had 75. Whatever. It's an arbitrary part that does not need any sort of actual dimensioning. It's good enough for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another sketch again, and we're going to bring out this lip for another 50 millimeters. Start here, and we'll go out to 50 millimeters and select the area and extrude it. This looks ridiculous. Alright, 50 it is. So now that we have this shaft that is totally realistic and has no resemblance to anything at all, our next step is going to be trying to create that little divot for a key slot to go in here. Now the trick to doing this is that you need to create an offset plane that is somewhat tangent to the radius, and that way once you sketch on that tangent plane, it'll be able to project that shape onto the cylinder. Now if you want to actually see that and don't want to listen to me talk endlessly, let's start by making that tangent plane. So first off, we're going to the Features tab, then down to Reference Geometry, and we're going to go to Plane. So we're going to have to make a plane that is approximately tangential. So as you can see, there's no reference points to use here, but what we can do is we can go to the design tree, we can select the top plane, and we will move approximately, what was it? So if this circle is 50 mils in radius, we'll make this offset by 50 mils as well. That way it should be exactly tangential to the circle. And you can approximately see that's what it is. So now that we've defined this plane, we can start by making a sketch on it, and we'll try to make some kind of key slot. For fun, let's make this key slot not exactly in the center, And to be abundantly clear, that idea of me putting the key slot not in the center has no resemblance to any actual real life objects, and it's just me being completely goofy and weird and making my own design. And please don't sue me for this. So let's start out by making the key slot of some dimension. Let's make this perhaps 15 millimeters, and let's make this 75 millimeters. And we will bring this edge, oops, we have to select these two, and we'll bring them within 15 millimeters of each other, right? And so now we have this rectangle that is tangential to the cylinder, and it's just sitting on top of the surface. So all we have to do now is push this rectangle through the object, and that'll cut out a little slot for us. Easy enough, right? We just have to select this area. Which line across? This is just something I constructed for just to like center the rectangle. So now with this rectangle selected, we're going to hit the extruded cut button, and it's, as you can see, going to go straight into the cylinder. And I'll just choose some arbitrary amount, let's say 10 millimeters. And if we hit the check mark, we now have a slot cut out of the cylinder that is 10 millimeters. I believe this dimension was something like 15, 15 by 75 by 10. But yeah, this is just an overall, just a big idea kind of video, just to like give y'all an idea of how to make some shaft that has no resemblance, remember, whatsoever to any sort of homework assignment or school class or assignment whatsoever. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed.